Fuck going on, y'all? What's going on? What's popping, man? My Hornets won yesterday by Uno. Shout out to Bridges. You know, Canuple, of course, Ball. Yo, shout out to Kobe White, man. Had a great game yesterday. Miller. Yo, the whole team was just on fire. Shout out to them guys, man. Charlotte Hornets proving to the league that um, you know, it's the will to win that's going to cause Charlotte to get that chip. So shout out to Hornets, man. I feel like they don't want to do it because of Jordan and stuff like that. But we went from the Bobcats back to Charlotte, back to the Hornets. Good looking for the thumbs up. I appreciate everybody who's popping. Christy, good morning. $8, $8. Random. We in the building. We outside. We inside. We everywhere. What's popping? How you doing, Christy? Good morning. Good morning. Down 48 where I'm at. Going to take a little hit ski, you know what I mean? I don't want to be too incoherent. But what up, girl? How's everything? Hope everything good. Stay woke, stay alive. I hate that stay woke talk, right? Stay woke, niggas. Just see what's going on. Do your thing. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, I hope you're doing good, man. Of course, welcome to the building. You know what I mean? Always first, you know what I mean, and last. So, like I say, I always appreciate your time and your support. So, thank you, Christy. But I let the minutes go in. Let people come in. I'm gonna take one more hit, and then we start talking. Shout out to my Charlotte Hornets. I've been telling people since November last year, Charlotte is going to do something. January, they had one of the best records in the league. They're destroying people in the 3-point contest. Canepo is leading it right below Ball, and I think Miller, man. So shout out to the Hornets, man. I really I'm old school, so you genuinely support the team you like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a New York Knicks fan just because of New York, but I am going Charlotte all the way. But what's up? What's up, everybody? There's a lot to talk about. If you haven't seen my picture, it's T.I.'s son in a Pikachu outfit. God don't like ugly, man. Let me just say that right now. God does not like ugly. So to everybody that be running their mouth, acting all like bad man and shit, yo, karma will slap you in your face. So shout out to Karma, man. Always respect her. But what up, everybody? What's going on, man? We chilling, live and direct. Yeah, always is, especially like, you know, when you're a sports enthusiastic, now I understand. Thank God I don't do the bidding, the sports bidding, but I do understand the You know what I mean? Like, yo, you want your team to win. So, especially when you add, money to it, it becomes a lot more fanatic, let's just say. But yeah, man, my Charlotte Hornets did the thing. They went to overtime and they beat the Heat, man. Oh, that guy that scored 83, bam, he got injured, man, hurt his back. So I hope he recovers, man. Karma is a real one. That's a fact. All right, I'm ready. Bam. Zay Dollar, random. We in the building. Like I said, Ti, his son named King. You know what I mean? He always looked it weird in the face, man. But yeah, he got pulled over. Didn't have the proper documentations. I heard he had a gun just laying there. Ti, he called his daddy. Ti comes, yo, can we do it? Like, no, we taking this goofy in, man. Look how he dressed, man. Why do rich folk always look crazy like that? Like he's supposed to act grown up, and look at him in a Pikachu outfit, man. But what's going on, Akatsuki? How you doing? Great to see you doing well, brother. Yo, is that my man, A-Track? What's going on, A-Track? I know A-Track. Yo, everybody, man. This is what I mean about how Zay stays Zay, man, and I always did well amongst humans, you know what I'm saying? So A-Track met him on PlayStation, man. One of my, family, you know what I'm saying? Hope his son is doing good. We tapped in with the family, you know what I mean? But we knew each other for years, man. So shout out to A-Track, man. I appreciate you coming in, man. YouTube, live and direct. I'm always doing my thing. I'm always trying to promote and push positivity. And yeah, man, I'm gonna jump on PlayStation later, man. I'm playing right now Lords of the Fallen and some weird Lord of the Ring game. Cause I like we always like building and crafting, right? But yeah, shout out to Mortal Kombat, man, when we met, man. Shout out to Mortal Kombat. Let's go watch the movie and then we'll tell each other how it was, man. But shout out to you, A-Trax. I hope you and your family doing great, man. For real, for real. One love, man. That's my guy, everybody. That's what's up. That's real friend. That's real family, you heard? So everybody, A-Trax, thank you for rocking with me. And I appreciate you. Stay strong, bye. But yeah, man, there's a lot to talk about. King, if you haven't known, thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. T.I.'s son got arrested, and they got his mugshot looking real goofy. I put it on my joint, man. And that's what a great segue to Karma, man. Always respect that lady, man, because Karma is a bi, and she will slap you, man. What's going on, little Leanne? How you doing? I'm hella ready, right? That Mortal Kombat 2 look fire. Finally, we got a director. You know what they doing lately? I noticed it with the Mario movie. Now they're giving us movies that are in tune with the game, and guess what? It's doing great, isn't it? Duh, we told y'all. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like Street Fighter's gonna do well. Masters of the Universe. If you touch into the cartoon, the anime, or the game, it's gonna come out good because that's what we're looking for. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody and my Charlotte Hornets won. Like I said, there's a lot to touch down. New York City, let's talk about it, man. New York supposedly let out 10,000 plus inmates that were, I guess, just in there holding up the system, non-violent or whatever. But letting them out caused a lot of hysteria. There's a lot of craziness going on. I forgot where it was. New Jersey, man. 5 to 7 people ran up to Chick-fil-A and killed a 23-year-old man. Gang beef, all that nonsense. But it resonates and makes you think about the world, man. You can't even go to Chick-fil-A now. Chick-fil-A was the guard spot. Like I can't even eat a piece of chicken, man, without some bullet flying over my head, man. I don't get it. I don't understand it. We gotta do better, everybody. And shout out to the youngins. If you guys feel like you want to use your guns, sign up, man. There's a war going on. You know what I mean? Nobody's safe from. So you could go overseas and play with your pistols all you want. But yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff. Like it's funny how much distractions go on between one day to the next. Like literally, I'll go to sleep and go on, my various CNN, World Star, various joints, and I'm like, that's how much news happened already? Yo, man, All Star JR, random. Let's talk about it. That's the guy that was involved with the chain snatching, and then he shot Ben 10 and various other people. I didn't know that he has a mixtape cover of Ben 10, the black one, and it's just bugged out. It's wild. He's playing with fire though. I know publicity sells, so he's like striking while the iron is hot. But what he's doing is antagonizing people that almost lost their friends. So be careful, All Star JR. I know everybody's trying to get to the bag, but there's ways of getting to the bag. Not all money is good money, right? Right, everybody? Good looking for the thumbs up, man. Not all money is good money, man. So be careful out there. And let's talk about that streamer that OD. Let's talk about the streamer that got punched Sneeko in the face, man. So a lot of stuff are happening to streamers, man. I think we set this weird precedent that they were more celebrity than celebrities, and a lot of them don't have the paper to hire security. A lot of them talk out their mouth. So that's why I tell people be careful what you speak and how you speak it, man. A lot of folk be like, yo, what you think about the war? I don't know, because I don't want to be on any type of fence that just because I say I don't think we should be there. You know what I mean? I don't think tariffs are supposed to be around. I think a lot of stuff are scammy and money draining, you know? I don't understand a world where in my day, back in the days, this is how it was, man. You would work a hard week and your bars, lounges, and clubs were cheap because they wanted you to get entertained. A basketball ticket was cheap because they wanted you to rewind through your week. You don't understand me? So even when it comes to pets, having them spayed and neutered used to be a cheap little process. Now people are losing. They got health insurance. They got plans where you could pay like a car. Yo, here, this shit was 2 bands. I'll pay you in 5 months, man. It's getting diabolical, man. Things are too expensive. And I don't know what it is. Darius, you always good, Bob. What's going on, Darius? I don't know what it really, they trick us with, oh, the dollar's losing its power or so and so and this, that. It's like, so make it powerful again. Stop selling our ass like a cheap lady or cheap hoe. Let's start getting back to the money, man. Supposedly, Trump, you said the tariffs are going to put 2,000 in each of our pockets. I still haven't seen that one. And you know how the government work. If you owe probably some, child support or what's the other one? School. They're gonna just so it's just a scam, man. Every time we breathe, there's another subscription they want. I'm surprised they don't have a subscription on breathing, man. But what up, Darius? How you doing? What's going on, everybody? You know how I do, man. I just talk my stuff and I just make sure that we just get a coherent, positive reinforcement of what's going on, man. Nene, co-host in the building. What up, Nene? How you doing, ma? What's going on, Staffers? Welcome back, Staffers. For real, for real. And now it's all about sucking as much money as possible out of you. It really is. What's going on, Nene? Hope you're doing good. What's going on, Stormy? What up, Darius? But this world got too comfortable with milking every possible penny that you got in your piggy bank, and that's not right. Your barber is not supposed to milk you. Your neighborhood restaurant, just because there's a certain event. Now everything goes up. What if I live there? What if I live in a neighborhood that supposedly they're throwing a concert? Now I got to pay $600 for milk? No. You're not, you can, yo, where's the law that these fucking stores can't keep raising prices just according to the weather? It's not nice, man. It's not fair to people that are just trying to survive. In my day, my mama's day, you could save, right? You could save a penny if you wanted to. You can't even do that now, man. And why trust the bank when, I remember back in the days you would put $50, that 50 turned into 55 at the end of the month for something weird, right? Now you put 50. In fact, now you can't even put 50. You got to put 500. You know how certain banks be like, we need 500. And then every month you got to pay us so that 500 could get drained, man. It's a weird system that they pin this in, and I don't like it. I'm sick and tired of the shit. Staffers, I am, man. I'm dying to go viral or blow up so people could really be like, where's this guy Zay at? Let's just go. Let's go on top of the mountain and let's start yelling. Let's start going in front of these government places. Let's start not no protests like people do. We're gonna change we gotta remix it because apparently protests ain't working. And I'm not saying let's go violent, but we gotta remix it, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm very passionate about this. I hate the way they draining us. I hate seeing families living in cars or hotels. I hate seeing abandoned mansions with nobody in it. I hate the way things is. You know what's cool about YouTube? You got those guys that do like abandoned cribs, right? And yo, there's a lot of abandoned mansions just sitting in Florida, sitting in California, sitting. Yo, this is Diddy's old mansion. Check it out, y'all. Yeah, put 3 families in there. Diddy's old mansion, man. You know, not all families is drug addicts and messy and dirty. Some people are just trying to make it, man. What's going on, everybody? Yo, the room is rocking, man. Let me talk. Let me see. Let me see, Christy. I wish I had the problem up here, still in the 40s. Oh, weather. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Darius. What's going on, Nene? Thank you for rocking with me, A-Trax. I appreciate you, Pa. What's going on, Staffix? Let's talk it. Let's talk it, Staffix. Staffers, something has to be done. We have the power. We have the power. We know we do. But what happens is they do something like Coachella and they go, oh, I thought you guys were complaining that you were broke. Not broke enough to rent a $3,000 tent for 4 nights. Nope, you're not that broke. Yep, Netflix subscription, we're going to throw it up $5. Yep, this thing we're going to do. Like, they keep doing us greasy, man. And I don't know when it's going to stop, man. And honestly, I'm trying to like really they go forget talking, forget complaining. You got to formulate and create a solution base, right? So I keep thinking to myself, thank you, Darius. That's my boy Atrax in real life, man. He cool peoples for real, for real. What we don't understand that we were doing it to ourselves. Ego has taken over spirit. So now we are the walking dead. The only thing we should be and focus on is going within ourselves. Yo, who is that? Tat. Yo, Tat, welcome back, Tat. I appreciate you and healing ourselves. That is preach, man. Amen to that. For real, for real. You know what I mean? We don't give each other the voice no more. Everybody wants to be debating each other. Like I say, I could say I like waffles. Yo, I like pancakes. It's like, yo, okay, you could, yo, I like both of them. Like, it is what it is, man. The government keeps everybody at each other's necks so folks don't band together and revolt. They started with racism when we were growing up, and then they did classes, right? Like class system, meaning I remember in school where people were, yeah, my parents are rich. I like, yeah, yeah, you felt that too. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, I can't afford to go to the movies this week. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. What is going on, Scarlett? Thank you, Tap, for that one. Thank you, Nene. Everybody, good looking one on thumbs up, man. But they are, yo, they got us at our necks. And they, a lot of folk are like, yo, I can't wait to the day we just come back with love and band together and show them either by holding our wallets, meaning everybody just stops subscription based on Netflix. Overseas, Pirate Bay won one of the biggest suits ever. Pirate Bay is a institute where you could download video games, movies, anything for free 99, right? Pirate Bay is just trying to help out people. So, other, Fox and all these big conglomerates were like, yo, we gotta, nope, that's not happening. You know what? Overseas, they were like, yeah, it can happen. Because you said, you know, you're gonna you're not gonna own nothing but be happy. Fine. If we're not gonna own it, it's not called stealing, isn't it? Right? Yeah, you're what up, Juan? Devon and Conquer is their way. TCB. Everybody landing today, man. True, Nene. Yep, Nene always landing. They're already trying to eliminate the middle class. They definitely doing, man. It was good. I'm chilling, Juan. Just talking. Shout out to the Hornets yesterday. Shout out to that man. Yo, he got player of the game. They gave him a chain with like a phone type thing, and it had highlights of that. Yo, fucking crazy, man. Shout out to the Charlotte Hornets, man. Yeah, Warren in the building. Hornets got that dub yesterday against the Heat. I don't like heroes, so I was so happy, man. But yeah, man, they I always wondered why they kept trying to separate us all the time. So, like I say, in our day, it was very small from racist, class, political, or religion. It was very for, and even sports, but sports still, people were like, hey, you like the fucking Mets? Hey, suck my, you know what I mean? It wasn't like fighting now. Now you go to stadiums, people are brawling over their teams. It's like, what happened to us being civilized, man? Like the more we progressing in technology, the less civilized we acting. We going back to animals, man. It's weird. I don't understand it. Kobe White was nasty yesterday. Shout out to Kobe White, man. Yo, Hashana, let me tell you something, man. That poor thing, that's like what I meant about back in the days, how we used to talk ourselves to homelessness. We used to be like, yo, we living one check away. We was, but really wasn't, right? Because prices were still low enough. Like if you needed $800 for that month, it was easier than trying to find 2,500, 2,300, right? So that's what's going on, man. It's just this weird, and then when you are homeless, it already pins you into this weird, either a druggie or you made bad decisions or blah, blah, blah. I think now you could just be homeless just trying to, give 100%, man. Imagine that, you know. And then, as time progresses, what happens? Your mom, your dad dies, so you have less security, less safety nets. So by the time you my age, 44, you basically on your own. You know what I mean? God bless my moms, is Papa alive, you know what I mean? Love them to death. Mwah, love y'all. So that bird, that's what's up. They really do love that thing. Let me see. Let me see. I want to help for, yeah, helping poor people is amazing. Facts, Z. We are going backwards with everything except technology. Facts. Isn't that weird, right? My co-host always landing, man. It's like, yo, the more technology based we getting, the more like what's caveman we acting, aren't we? Huh? Very, very strange, man. Nothing much, Juan. I just hope you are all good. That's what's up. Yeah, Darius, one of them ones. Thank you, Darius. We don't understand that the war is not with outside agencies, it's within ourselves, it's in our own soil. Y'all need to read the Bhagavad Gita. It's basically a take a conversation between the ego and the self. I definitely will, Tat. I appreciate that knowledge. And that's another thing. You remember us? I'm an 80s, right? Baby. Yo, we used to love knowledge. Yo, give me knowledge. What word? That's what that is? Oh shit, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Now people are like trying to act like, at a young age, you know everything. You don't know. There's so much to learn on this earth. And the fact that y'all not reading is even worse. You can't get a lot of shit from audiobooks. A lot of these books, yo, I saw a segment how a lot of our old movies, cartoons, books, they're rewriting certain shits that used to. That's why we have a Mandela effect because we remember that the messages in the system and Animal Farm and how they changed that ending to make it look like the CIA were good folk or whatever the agenda was in that. Shout out to Orwell, man. Good afternoon, Lay. What's going on, Frank? What's going on, Pop? Technology development is making us dumber. That's a fact, right, Staffers? 1, 2, 3, 5, man. The awakening is happening. Please be kind to yourself. That's another thing. The veil is getting pulled, right? So no more pretending you hardcore. Somebody gonna pull your card, man. No more acting like you got all the money. Somebody gonna say, hey, you don't that your Instagram don't match your real life. So I love the unveiling of things, but I want it to happen faster, man. And a lot of folk are saying, is this Epstein files the cause of a lot of stuff that's going on in this world right now? The wars and shit like that. Remember that man had a lot of. I always tell people, information rules money, man. If I have a tape of you doing something with yo, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. I saw, like I said, look, I'm gonna just go 90s all day. That's what's up, man. I'm gonna go real quick, man. There was a documentary I saw about a producer or a director that was trying to make a movie that showed, and a piece of it was when CIA agents went to like Guam or somewhere, and they were having underage kid, like boys and girls. So they had this tape. It was on the newspaper. It said they're gonna and this movie was gonna promote it more. Yo, they found that director with his hands chopped off, and yo, and when people be like, yo, the Men in Black came through, we used to be like, oh, we used to be like, yo, I believe it, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Now people like, yeah, we believe it now. Yeah, that's real. They come knocking on your door when you talking slick. Frank in the building, 90s all day. That's what's up. I'm catching up, y'all. The Vedas predicted this. Yeah, that's a great book. Tat Tat, you very knowledgeable, man. Shout out to you, man. Good afternoon, ladies. That's what's up, everybody. Technology definitely making us dumber. 90s all day. Frank in the building early. Technology is giving kids way too much exposure to the wrong things. Parental control should be on until at least 16, 18, right? They should be a parental guidance. In fact, forget the YouTube we watch. Make a kid YouTube with just Miss Rachel, Teletubbies, and Barney. That's it, man. Damn facts, eh? What's up, Warren? Wow, with George Orwell drop, mad crazy, yup. That Orwell joint was amazing, man. It's not strange, it's called atrophy. Ooh, I like this dude, man. Atrophy is when it is a muscle withers and dies because it's not used. That's what is happening to our brains. Yep, it's not being utilized. And then they were tricking us, and when we were growing up, like yo, you only use 5, 6% of your brain, and people who use more are able to bend spoons, do other shit. And I always said that if we could tap into our brainium craniums, we are gods, man. We powerful creatures, man. We already have a conscience that separates us from animals and insects, right? So there's a lot of stuff that about the human anatomy, brain, everything that like they don't want us to tap in, man. They really want you to wither away on TikTok, scrolling and brain rot. Blessings to everyone. What up, Frank? 2026 is the year. That's a fact. What up, TCB? These elites all have something on each other. They blackmail each other for real, Justin. They all have dirt on each other. That's why certain bills get passed. That's why certain people are still in the limelight. You're like, yo, how this old nigga still? Oh, he probably got something on people. You heard? Aliens coming soon. Shout out to a theater near you. Thank you, XTO. To the 10th power, 369. Noodle, what up? Remember having to go ride your bike to the homies? Yeah, to see if they in. Yeah, what up, Noodles? That's a fact, man. Ain't nothing like the biking, man. Shout out to ET, man. He put his creature in his little basket. The word apocalypse comes from the Greek word apocalypsis, which means unveiling or revelation. That's another thing. We in an apocalypse. We definitely are, man. And I love, yo, can we all give the Greeks they damn props, man? We took so much from Egyptian and Greek culturalism. It is so wild, man. From architect to math to sciences to various other things, man. They were in these books way before we were born. These kids are on 10, going on 35. Yep. Sup, fellas? Hope y'all was going on, Udu. Okay, they see on the internet, they know too much. Go play outside. Give me that damn phone. That's a fact. Okay, I'm catching up. Really like when you're coming from keep questioning everything. Yup. Don't forget to like, yo, that's another thing, man. We used to question everything. And it wasn't because we were just not trying to find the answer. We just wanted the truth in a lot of things. And then the older you get, you realize how much distorted the truth is in a lot of areas, right? You know? And his story, you figure out it's his story. It's always the winners who could write it because the losers all have, it's A, B and then C. You got those three stories, and usually it's B that be landing, man. But it's wild, man, and history definitely repeats itself. Everybody understand that. I like Tat hitting me with all this knowledge. Those books were here before us, and they had so much knowledge, and I don't know, man. Look at the birds, man. They rocking while I'm talking, man. Here we go. It's not that they, it's mine. That's what I'm talking about. It's the collective consciousness that we're all a part of. Yeah. Wake up individually. It's never going to happen. Yo, when we're the strongest, we're all on the same streamline, man. When 9/11 happened and everybody was formulating on the same brain, that same wave, you know what I mean? We were at its most powerful. That's why they had to do the 0809 crisis, because from '01, we were coming back together. We were loving each other. Yo, barbecues were popping in '03. If y'all remember from 2000 to maybe 2006, 7, yo, shit was fun, you know? Your old soul, love you. TCB, good looking, man. I appreciate everybody for real, for real. What's going on, 10 Power? Yes. With a social event yesterday and everyone on their doom scrolling star. Isn't that weird, Staffix? Let me see. Is it star? I'm gonna just say 1, 2, 3, 5. Isn't that weird, man? There was another person that said he went to the airport and on guard, all the kids were in iPads, man. And a lot of give me if you want what's going on, Amy. If you want to give the iPad, at least let it be like a coloring or some type of educational joint. A lot of them just be on YouTube watching Mr. Beast or something. I'm like, yo, you 3 years old. What you saw? Mac Muller? What the fuck? Yo, shout out to everybody, man. Hearts up, man. Be a leader, not a follower, man. You always got to do that. You have to lead with good intentions. You have to lead with great intentions, man. You have to lead, man. You got to, man. You got to lead with great intentions, man. Because a lot of people people on this planet with the most cruel intentions for humans is insane, man. I found out about that polyester that women use for their gym clothes. I heard that shit is made out of chemical that literally destroys environments, waters. It's like, yo, man. Like I never like when we were growing up, we used to see cartoons where the factory is like killing the water and like, at the end of the cartoon, they blew up the factory. It's like, damn, man. Yo, they destroyed this earth. Yo, in the span of like 50 years, we done harmed the earth so much more than they did in the last, 2000, man. It's just diabolical, man. And the people that are in office, yo, can somebody tell me how that Facebook dude still got money if Meta is done? Like that's what I mean, man. They know how to play with their money and always stay rich, but with our money, they make sure we end up poor. Like I don't get that one, man. Like how is that dude still got money when he is diabolically, he created garbage, man. Yo, he said 5 years ago that the metaverse, everybody was gonna be in a VR helmet. Nigga, we was only in the helmet because of COVID, man. We was indoors, man. What you talking about? Yeah, I'm gonna go to the zoo in this joint instead of going to the zoo in real life. Stop it, Mark Zuckerberg, before I body slam you, little nigga. Shit, schools don't even read out books nowadays. Yup. And you know what schools do though? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, six, seven, six. No, I don't want my teacher doing that. Nope. Get out of here, man. Stop trying to, always, we always trying to be friends with people with kids, man. You gotta be a teacher and a parent. That's it. Nobody wants to lead. Everybody wants to follow the crowd and be gangster. Jail's glamorized, which didn't happen back in the day. No phone until 18, straight up. That's a fact. 10 power. And then they, once again, great segue. Shit, schools. All right, I got Frank. I got Frank. Yeah, man. We didn't glorify jail, man. In fact, it used to be extra scary because as a man that was straight, they kept telling you if you go to jail, don't drop the soap. And you like, what the fuck that mean? Don't drop the soap. Then you see movies where the nigga like, joking, whoop, and then he looked behind him and he got like all them legs behind him. You're like, damn, niggas line up quick, son. Nigga went, whoop. Yo, he in the shot with Dolo. I forgot what movie was it. He in the shot with Dolo like this with the soap. He went like, whoop. He went to go pick it up. Mad legs was behind him. And that's what we trying to tell y'all, man. I seen a video that had a YN on a leash. That shit had 20K, man. Those are the videos that should be 2 million, 20 million, man. That's the reality of jail, man. It's not this fun club where you get to chill with your mens in them and niggas eating hot pockets and nah, man. Every day you on alert, niggas is stabbing and cutting like no other. Like stop, man. Getting extorted. Stop acting like jail is this like, you know what I mean? Great adventure. Information is currency in the virtual world we inhabit. That's a fact, man. It breaks my heart. It's like walking a tightrope between the heart and the higher self. Because when I'm in the heart, it's painful. But that's a fact, Tat. Like a lot of folk don't have that emotion no more, man. They don't have that feeling. They don't have that connection. Because when you do see this, the way the world is, it actually hurts to see. It's actually painful to watch uneducated, ignorant young kids doing foul shit. And you like, damn, I wish I could just grab them and teach them a little bit. I bet money they'd be different, but nobody's there to teach them. The only thing that's teaching them is music and this damn the streamers. And streamers, or everybody want to be gangster. Remember when Consonant and all his peoples were like quirky and goofy? And then next thing you know, they were like, yeah, what up, son? Yeah, my nigga, yeah. I'm like, no, no, no. You're not gangster. Everybody a bad man until they meet a bad man, man. And my thing is, that energy of being gangster usually not usually it always magnetizes other bad energy. You understand that? So being this top nigga, yo, ain't nothing saying that you don't know how you don't need to know how to fight or protect yourself. We're not saying that, right? But we are saying when you bring this energy, outside with the chains that are fucking silver and you niggas don't even know the metal that y'all wearing. You go take it and pawn it, and the dude looking at you like, I can't even give you change, my nigga. This shit is just metal, my nigga. It look good, but it's just metal. It's like, be careful, y'all. Y'all gonna lose your life over metal. It's not worth it, man. It really isn't, man. It really isn't. You know? There's a whole lot of world out there. That was the beautiful thing when we were younger. It was like there was a whole world you could dream of. You could, manifest. Imagination was tier, you know what I mean? So we had the world in our hands and we felt like that, We went in, got that job, we held it down and gave the boss 150%. And in back of my minds, we knew, yo, jobs are not that stable. They don't really love you. We knew, but we just didn't want to vocalize it because we knew they were going to double back and slap. You know what I mean? Let me see. Let me see. Can you make me a mod real quick so I could connect with Nene? Now can't you connect regular? Like just go on her page and hit her with a comment, man. Trust me, Tat, I'm gonna make you a mod. It's just that I always give people time. Cause if when you see everybody in the building, like everybody, you're gonna see I have like 20 mods already, man. Shout out to Black, Nene. But trust me, man, you could tap in, go to her page, and just hit her with a nice little comment, man. Yes. Parents, yo, I'm being honest, man. They look, Nene's absolutely right with the distractions and how much. So your average parent that, first of all, I came from a lifetime where your moms could stay home, right? And only one could work, right? So Papa was working, mom stayed home in the beginning. And in the beginning life of your 1 year old to maybe 10, you need your moms. You need your moms telling you that's wrong, that's right. You're not gonna get you're not gonna get every sneaker that comes out, every toy that comes out. You gotta either work for it. Here's some allowance. Here's some chores to do in the house. Little things like that, and no back talking. We never back talked our parents because we respected our elders. Most gangster shit is getting an education. Yeah, what up, Amy? But yo, that used to be the clout bag. I'm telling you, I'm not even lying. This ain't, I'm trying to trick you and manipulate. Back in the days, it was dope to learn stuff. Or like when you in your crew and you're like, yo, you know this and that? Yeah, yeah, son, you know that, V? Like the old heads used to be like, damn, so all school is working for you, man. Continue it, man. Now niggas is like, yo, cut school, man. Let's go shoot dice and drink lean. And it's like, nah, man, that's not the way to go, man. Yeah, you good, Tat. I promise you, I'll make you a mod, man. Everybody knows how I do. I'm really a good guy, man. I have no problem with folk sexuality, but who wants a trans showgirl reading books to their children? That's the BS that's being pushed. My kids were young. I have to be homeschooled. That's a fact. Homeschooled, and I would have to be at that school every day telling people this is not the right way. Because I remember 2, 3 years ago, they actually had books that were like trans, like a little boy that, no. He don't even know what kind of haircut he want. He don't even know if he like G.I. Joes or Ninja Turtles yet. And you gonna push this sexuality on them? That is cruel. That is so foul. Because just like little kids are, yo, wasn't you for the girls a princess, a witch? You could tell by Halloween. We every year was something different because we don't know what we wanted unless you were poor and you wore the same outfit over and over. Shout out to me, man. No, no need. I don't need to be a mod. Nah, Tad, you are. I'm a blessed man. I'm on break. I gotta go back. Yo, 10 power. Thank you. I appreciate you. Truthful set us free, man. Keeping it real. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate your time, your energy, and I hope you have a blessed day, man. Thank you for rocking with me. And I appreciate your thumbs up and your sub, man. I appreciate you guys for real. So true though. That was all way of life learning shit and collaborating on it. Oh, Amy, collaborating. Y'all don't Y'all gotta understand, the teacher would be like purposely will put you with not your friend because he knew you were gonna be goofing around. And now you gotta do a project with somebody that, and it always worked out, man. It always worked out. And then teachers would take the student that he saw that was like me, I was wild a little bit. So teachers always used to be like, look, Ba, you're a smart kid. You have drive, you have passion, you have this energy about you. Please utilize it towards educating. And when the bell rings at 2:33, you could go play and have fun, but when you're in my class, please give us 100%. And I always took that into consideration that wherever I'm at, I have to be appropriate to whatever I'm at. There's always a time and a place for things. And I don't think these kids understand that. You cannot go to work like you're going to your man's crib. You cannot go to a funeral like you going to your man's crib. You have to show signs of respect for everything, even in death, man. So, be aware of that. And I know my audience is, you know what I mean? I know we on it. Indoctrination. That's a fucking amazing word, man. Thank you. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 5. Have a great day, X. That's a fact, X. It's very rare you have teachers that are passionate to do their job. Nowadays, you hear a lot of teachers getting locked up for having relationships with kids. So sad. I'm back, Zay. Tune in. What's going on, Juan? And yo, great segue, Frank. What's going on with that, man? What's happening, man? And I understand, yo, we had older teachers, but the teachers that we did have young, I didn't want to like smash or and vice versa. I don't think the teacher was trying to groom you so to get something from you, man. You're not even developed. What the fuck going on, ladies? And some, guys too. You boys aren't yo, I seen joints where the teacher was like 6, 5 years old with the kid. And I'm like, and some of them they just slapped them on their wrists. I'm like, no, throw them teachers in jail for because if it was a male, they would have threw the key away, man. I met people that are learning stuff. I was a nerd and I would help everyone, even the gangsters. So I had mad love from everyone in school because I never judged but help. Amy, that was the way to move though, man. People don't understand that. You had camaraderie from the gangsters, the nerds, the guys, gothics. That's like I was more a little bit street, but I was like that. And I always random always tell this story about this Asian kid that didn't know a lick of Asian. And if you don't know, in 1996 and 97, it was still jokes. It was still four eyes. It was still, you don't know English. So I would, during lunch, make sure that he got his food because people were trying to take his food. I made sure. And yo, he would sit by himself. I bring my crowd to him, man. Yo, what up, son? He didn't know a lick of English, but he knew vibes. He knew feeling. He knew when I hugged him. Yo, I swear to God, I treated this little kid like, yo, for real, man. I was like, yo, nobody touch him, man. Why you always playing with this man, man? Like I was that dude, man. You know what I'm saying? And I was very protective, man. I hated bullies. I hated that whole little. And I understand, yo, I got bullied, so it was almost like a growing up thing. But at the same times, man, when you continuously do it, I feel like, yo, you could break somebody like that, man. Just because he don't know English, yo, he trying, man. That's another thing. As an American, we love to go other places and not know their language, right? We love to make sure, like, yo, anybody speak English here? No, nigga, speak the language, like, just like you. Facts, Nene. Let me see, Nene. Facts, Warren. Back in the day, our parents rewarded us for good grades and being decent. Today, kids are giving stuff off, being weird little fucks. Yup. It blows my mind too. Actually, just made myself nauseous for asking him to be in my. Nah, you good, Tat. I promise you, man. Don't let it resonate, man. You good, I promise you, man. You know what I mean? You know? And that's another thing. We gotta show you kids or the youth that don't be too hard on yourself, man. I always say this line: there's bigger fish to fry. There's bigger things that are happening than Zay Dollar over. I'm not gonna overreact. I'm not your parent. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like a figure that's trying to, whatever, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I'm just Zay Dollar, man. So never put weight on it. You know what I mean? I'm very flowy, I'm a fish. So I flow, man. But yeah, and then they always landing, man. Me too, bro. Damn bullies, man. Word, Zay. That's a fact. You are woke. Thank you for being you. TCB, yeah, man. At 44, it took a long time to get here. That's another thing I want you guys to know. I took care of my body and I took care of self. Once your mind goes, everything goes. I don't care how, you know what I'm saying? And God don't make nobody perfect. Look at the nostril he gave me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have a top lippy. You know what I'm saying? Look at the teeth, So I already know, man. But God don't like ugly, God don't like people talking behind people's backs. God don't like people that just aren't genuine. Just be genuine. What's wrong with being yourself, man? Even if it's a little quirky, I dig it. Yo, bring that quirkiness along, man. Let me see, Frank. I'm gonna head out. Yo, 1, 2, 3, 5. Staffords, have a great day, man. Let me see. Let me see. Wait, what Frank say, man? Oh, I think I read what Frank said. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. I'm gonna head out. Okay, some of these parents need to let come fix their kids. Yeah, I'll give them. Yep. And yo, Nene, you know what's wild? I hope y'all saw this, but they used to have a show that was like a UK nanny would come to America and teach these kids how to eat, teach these kids that a fork, there's different type of forks for different meals, to put the napkin down, to sit erect, to not only speak when spoken to. I used to hear that a lot. Only speak when spoken to, man. Nobody want to hear your opinion that and why you bring don't butt yourself in everybody's business too, because you could get yourself involved into something that you can't handle. That used to be a real fond memory of words. Don't mind your business before you get yourself involved with something you can't handle, man. You know? A lot of everybody poking their nose and shit. Yo. Everybody doing the Ben 10 thing. Yo, don't do that challenge. You not. I know he's offering 20 bands, but man, you know? And then at the same token, want to go to an NBA YoungBoy concert. Make it make sense, man. Let me see, Nene. Nene coming like Medea. That's a fact. That's a fact, Frank. You manifest, yes, at your natural authenticity, authentic frequency. That's a fact, TCB. You can only manifest when you at your, and it takes time. Y'all promise me. I promise y'all. You know what I mean? I was gonna say I promised myself that I was gonna, do better, man. Get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing wrong with being positive too, man. That's another thing. They making it look corny, and it's like, no, that's not corny. It's cool, man. It's cool to help an old lady with bags of groceries. It's cool to open up the door for the lady with the wheelchair, man. You know what I mean? It's not cool to have a burner with the fucking switch sticking out. That shit is corny as hell, man. You're bringing attention to yourself. Don't do it, man. Don't do it, y'all. It's scary out there. The world gets scary, man. Very quickly. Very quickly. You know what I mean? But it does start from parents. It does. Like, that's another thing we have to emphasize. It starts with parents. You know, parents used to love. I don't know if it's the lack of love. Look, I, I still see it, man. I see parents loving their kids, but I feel like when you send your kids to school, there's only so much you could protect them. Remember, like our parents wanted, like my mom used to be like, "I'm protecting you, Poppy, from the world." I'm like, "What that mean, mommy? You protected me?" And now I understood, from people that were trying to take me, or you know what I mean, like just there were strange people all around us, man. And when you're in the projects and shit, there's more violence and shit happening. But my mother really tried to protect me from all that was wrong in this world. And for some reason it got stronger. Like everything that was wrong that we stood against somehow started winning, man. That's a fact, Frank. You know what I mean? Every morning I'm like, yo, I tell you guys all the time. People be like, yo, what motivates you? What you blessed for? I'm like, yo, just breathing. Every morning I get up, whoop, yo, good looking God. Yo, I smile. Yo, good looking man. Like another day. You gave me another day, nigga. That's what's up, Pop. That's what's up. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to the Almighty, man. Good looking. Out of that darkness always comes that light, man. And that's another thing we gotta, we showing and trying to improve on. That's another thing is improvement. Something could be good, but you could improve on that good, make it great, make it better. You understand me? And then when you in your your full joint like me, yo, it is a beautiful thing. Give me 2.5, man. Go get that whole me, the slow me, the whole me. Sorry, y'all coming back to the point two. Sorry. Sorry, everybody. All right, I'm back. I'm back. My bad, everybody. I just had to take that sweater off and just marinate a little bit. out of darkness. Growth over gains, man. Hate having it is within. Yo, having it. Yo, I'm telling y'all, man. And they and you know what was cool too? There was also like a group effort amongst everybody. Like everybody wanted you to succeed. There was no side hater. And if there was a hater, he let himself known, right? Yo, I hate your shit, man. It is what it is, man. And you can't appease everybody. You can't, yo, when I figured out that you can't control, yo, Zay, you was a fool. Yeah, yeah, man. Even yo, shout out to grandma mom, man. And when Jordan got involved with the Bobcats, and then next thing you know, LaMelo Ball, I was like, I have to, man. I really dig LaMelo Ball, his family structure, how his story, right? From his father, his brothers. That's family. I love to see that, man. How they just love each other. You know what I mean? So that's dope. But what up, Warren? I hope you're doing good, pal. Talk to me, Nene. What we talking about? Did y'all see Tiny Son wearing the Pikachu outfit? That nigga got caught up in the Pikachu outfit. Ah, nigga, you ain't gonna catch me no Pikachu nothing, man. You gonna catch $8 with nothing like no Pikachu over here, nigga. Caught that nigga looking like Senor Goofy. He has a big mouth too, right? Like that little kid king. Yo, my dad, nigga. Get your little ass out of here, man. You know what would have been dope if he respected the fact that his dad was Ti, and then just was like humble, man. Everybody would have loved you more, man. What's wrong with being humble, man? We all know you got daddy money. Like, stop it already, man. I am happy he made it. He has a son. He made a creature. Just hope it don't look like him. That nigga look like a fraud. Yo, set up that boxing match, me versus King, man. And let me stop. Spoil you kids, man. They super spoil you. And I seen it in that they had a Ti show, and the only one I liked was Major. And look how Major came out. The Fonny or whatever that nigga name came out weirdo, and King is like super spoil you, man. Super spoil you. And that's it. Look, I remember like when I was like, yo, I'm a, you spoil them a little bit, yo, here, polo onesies, nigga, $60, nigga, got you, poppy, yeah, me. But then you're like, yo, too much of it, especially when you don't got it. So why are you going to perpetuate something you don't have, man? And these kids nowadays will demand it. Yo, my birthday, I want a Louis boots. That's 1,200. I want that. Yo, as a parent, you gotta be like, no. You're gonna get Timberlands, ACG boots. Will Smith and even his family are weirdos, man. And look, I'm not saying, yeah, I am saying it, man. They weirdos, man. There's too much camera time. I don't know what it is. And everything they have to say that comes out their mouth sometimes from Jada or Will is like, yeah, damn, nigga, I thought y'all were better than that, man. We used to look up to that family unity. I'm being honest. When we were growing up, it was Bobby Whitney before we knew they were, piping with the crack. Um, Will Smith, Jada, there were certain couples we were rooting for. And even them, man, even in the light they showed us was like this beautiful family, but behind closed doors, it really wasn't, man. It was somebody who wanted to be on top of the mountain, and another person who just loved the wrong one, man. You could love the wrong one. Zay, you need some locks. Nah, I'm good, buddy. I'm good, man. Remember, like, so like 2 months ago, me and baby was like, you're gonna have to find a dude, a girl to braid you, right? And I'm like, yo, and I'm not gonna I was gonna say a dude to shape you up. And I'm like, I don't rely on barbers out here, man. And they charging 50, 60. So I'm like, I can't do the barber thing. And Shorty's like, yo, my wife is like, yo, it's gonna get hot in LA. You better cut that hair. And I'm like, so 2 days ago, I was like looking in the mirror, like, yeah, it's time for this to go, man. And I did a pretty good job, man. I did this myself, man. Like, look at the not bad with the lining. Not bad with the lining. Ha ha. You know what I mean? Nah, man, no locks here. And yo, let me tell you, a secret sauce behind beards and locks. That's like that's a upkeep that you're not upkeeping. Because in my day, the reason why we used to hit the barber every week for the shape up was because of you want to impress and line up, right? You want to be, it was a thing about cleaning yourself, right? Now I just feel like growing a beard, it don't take a scientist to do that. You know what I'm saying? And beards like to cover faces too, man. A lot of men when they cut their shit look like dinosaurs. He got a face only a mother can love. That's what's up, y'all. That's a fact, man. And that's another thing, man. When you finally get comfortable in your own skin, nobody could tell you anything. I know I'm getting chunkier, you know what I mean? You're gonna see you see my younger joints. I came here very skinny, not eating. My baby making sure a kid eat. So I'm happy. I'm happy I'm getting that weight, you know what I mean? Like even the arms getting little, my push-up joints. I'm trying. But yeah, man, I try to do the locks, but it's just too much maintenance. Like I feel like, right? Like only loose hair I want in my crib is from my wife, man. I don't want to be at the bathroom seeing loose. Like, what the fuck am I doing, man? But yeah, shout out to people who grow their hair, man. I just feel like it's a lack of, right? Like people that just grow their beard and shape it up. It's like, yo, just shave it all off, man. I'm gonna grow my mustachio. But what up, everybody? I appreciate you guys. I'm just talking my ish. Having a great time today. Is Wednesday. It's almost end of that week. My baby girl yesterday had some training to do. And I don't know. I just appreciate life right now. I'm at the highest I could be in life, right? Like the happiest. So I'm not going to take that away from nothing. And, like I said, without you guys, I'm just talking to my phone. So I appreciate the loop. You know what I mean? We miss Black, we miss, Cool Breeze, and we have certain people. I feel like in my movie that like I got cool characters around me, that mean well, that you know what I mean? Like, being positive every day is a hard fucking gig, man. Like, because this world is shitty sometimes. It does get annoying. It does get out of control where you just want to give up and just be like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna be on the other team and just shooting my gun. Don't Nope. I'm gonna stay firm on mine. I'm gonna stay positive. Show everybody that like, yo, regardless of where your background is from, you could still be a good person out in this world and not be a fucking delinquent either. That's what's up, Arden. I appreciate you, man. Stay up, man. Your opinion's your opinion. You know what I mean? I'm glad you could see through my glasses that I look sad. Nigga, I've been laughing all fucking stream, and this nigga like, you look sad. My dude, take whatever's in your hole and pop it out, book, and then tranquilo. You heard? Tranquilo. Everybody got something to say. When people talk, it's usually them that they talking to, right? And we all know that. When you get older, you realize that. Like when you saying things, it's really you that you saying it to. So I'm sorry you sad, my guy. I hope my stream could lift you up a little bit and let you know that you could do it, man. You could do it. Thank you, Christy. Thank you. Thank you. People be so animated and so into their movie that they think they the star everywhere they go. You know what I mean? It's like swing bada 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 swing bada bada bada. Let me tell you this. I'm gonna start a mod war. I think my mods are better than any streamer's mods ever, yo. Mod up, man. Mod up. You heard? Speaking of delinquents, da-da-ding, bada-bing. Can we all agree that they have so much energy for that, but never anything else? They won't have the same energy to look for work, to put it towards schooling, to do better amongst their health. They have energy for everything other themselves, man. Is that an old school Muggsy Bogues? Nah, random. What's going on, random? Nah, this is a number two, Mellow Ball before he changed it to number one. You know what I'm saying? I caught it. online, you know what I'm saying? Two for 40. I mean, two for 70. But yeah, man, what's going on, random? Remember Muggsy Bogues, man? If you don't know, Muggsy Bogues was about 5'10", not even 5'6", right? He was a short little man, played in the NBA, man. And he used to bucket them threes, great passer, do his layups. But shout out to Muggsy Bogues, man. What's wrong with people? Can you talk about someone without knowing nothing about? Yo, Frank, it don't even bug me. Larry Johnson, Grandma Ma, that he was number two, but like I said, man, this is the newer LaMelo Ball. And so Melo changed his jersey to number one. But yeah, good looking, random. But yo, Frank, isn't that's a great segue, man? Isn't that weird, man? How can you have any or formulate any opinion about somebody you don't know? And even if you gather sources online, it's still you don't know the person. Like, you know what I mean? Like you have to gauge them upon meeting them or referencing them because of a conversation you had with that person. You cannot just say, I think this person is this without any fact, man. In fact, that's called defamation. I could sue that dude right there. That's called defamation. You trying to make my character look weird, man. No, I could sue you, little boy. I could make your parents work for me but these they don't know. They don't know the court system, they don't know laws, they don't know life. So when you don't know any of those things, you become just a lost soul in this earth, man. And we have a lot of those just walking around not knowing what they want to do or do. And if they came to my page, I'd probably learn them a little bit. We probably will motivate you guys to do better, to be better. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I'm telling you. In fact, go check out the people that were acting like gangsters and badman and see how many are in the grave right now. Yeah, that number. Yo, Nene, that is amazing. Thank you, Nene. I appreciate that one. That is amazing. Blessing words from you, ma. For real, man. They got misery loves company, and they got that little love seat tapping it. Come on, Bob, come over here. No, man. No. I'm sorry, man. This is not that channel. We're here to promote positivity, joke around, laugh, speak on what's that? Current events, relevancy, and even nostalgia, man. We all over, random. But there's a beauty about myself, and I feel the reflecting of words. That's how I know I'm doing something, because I do get comments like Nene and Christy and Darius. I do have people that are like Frank rooting me on, like Black Tea, Caffeinating Fishing, Cool Breeze, just a plethora. Amy, Hannah. I got cool people. I got a dope ass crowd, man. You cannot. People could try to pay for it, but I got a genuine offer. My energy and the people I got around me makes my channel go by every day a lot easier. My conversations, my segues, the way you guys give me alley oops to conversations. Yes, I have the gift of gab. My brain is going right now. I'm thinking 20 other things, man. Thinking about my wife, my kid, my moms, my peoples back home. I hope everybody lives. A tracks, my PS5. Just like there's so much in my brainium cranium, man. But I do know when it comes out this, I know what to say. I know how to say it. I know that ego is one of the worst things you could battle. Is you thinking you the shit. No, you smell like shit. That's what happens after a while. Yup, got a miserable height. And Candy, that's a fact. We always talk about Candy, baby. Shout out to Now ladies. Yo, Gushers, Gushers should have been in there from day one, man. Shout out to Gushers, man. But yeah, man, we like this is look, people come here and there's a reason, man. It's like it's time out of their life that they're not consistently dealing with the shit. Let me listen to this Puerto Rican. Let me laugh a little bit. Let's bug out. Let's see how the trolls interact. Let's mod some of them out of here. But we do it together. United we stand, together we fall. That's real. And that's something that needs to be said, man. A lot of folk just think that they are what creates. It's like, no, we forgot. This internet made you distorted onto the fan base. Who creates the celebrity? We knew that. When we went to go watch your movie, Tom Cruise, we gave you that light, man. So these kids are like we got to come back to life, man. You know, and understand not everybody's rowing in the same boat. So yeah, you might have money, but somebody might not. So let's not try to wave it in front of them a little bit, right? And people that do that end up, gone, man. Yes, yeah. They have this weird energy towards people that they know are like it's almost like, yo, don't poke the bear, right? Because we all know, especially I know now, like Nene, like, don't play with us, right? Christy, us, don't play with us. Yes, we're nice. Our parents, we're cordial, we're civilized. That's all that is, man. Don't take my kindness for weakness because it's not that. I'm just being kind out of my heart and out of the progression of this, of us. I manifest us together marching, doing something for people, helping, finally monetize $8, finally could get, money incoming so I could start a charity or something and actually utilize it for good, man. Yo, when I see these guys buying cars for half a million, 2 million, three, and I'm like, it makes me sick. An automobile, man. When you got 10 already, and then 20 years later, you got to go for me and want me to be sad for you, man. You got to make better life decisions, man. How many cars, how many steering wheels and four wheels? What's the dynamic? What the inside changes? You know what I'm saying? The seats get comfier. Like, come on, man. It's the same joint, man. A to B, man. Like we started bugging out with things that we started like, little boo boos. What happened to that little joint? So you telling me people were spending hundreds of dollars for a doll? At least our trolls and beanie babies was like $2, like a dot, like so our little, obsession wasn't bankrupting yourself, right? Nowadays, you motherfuckers are bankrupt over Pokemon cards and Labubu's and this. Remember when Starbucks was doing the little bear and shit? Motherfuckers lost their mind, man. What was that? Stanley Cups, all type of stuff, man. So I like the fact that we're slowing down and realizing that, yo, we collecting a lot of junk and a lot of that is not important, man. You know? If it can't feed you, if it can't help you, it's okay to spend money on things you and like. I'm not saying that either. But I think the overconsumption, like Americans like to like, if I get the set, I want everything in the set. So, but great segue. Legos. Can we talk about Legos, man? Can we talk about Legos? I heard Legos on top of raising their prices have a new little cool little way of doing the Lego thingy. I heard they have like your Lego lands on a certain block and then the block like talks or does is like it's a weird little brick, man. So shout out to Legos, man. I don't, like the pricing, but I do remember how much Legos was in my life. Like Legos, it helped you build, it helped you, there was a lot color coordinated, it helped you I don't know, Legos was fun, man. And I would just, have a bucket, spill it on the ground, and just I'm there for hours. Papi, dinner's ready. And I made a house. Like, yo, shout out to Legos, man. Imagination was on fleek, man. For real. And yeah, I do miss being a kid. But the thing is, I think we realized that when we was a kid, we knew to play and have fun. We knew not to grow up too fast because we knew that meant bills, responsibilities. Remember the big word? Yo, when you get older, it's going a lot of responsibilities, puppy. So be a kid, man. Be a little kid right now. Go play. All right. Because sometimes you will go and see the parents playing dominoes and want to butt your head. Yo, puppy, go play, man. Yo, just be a kid, man. Thing is, people, yup. Have you ever been to Legoland? That place is the shiznit. Yes, I have, man. Shout out to Legoland. Yeah, man, I have, and Sesame Place too. I took little Juju. Yo, shout out to those places, but yeah, man, Frank, Legoland is hundreds of dollars on demonic toys, not knowing the meaning of it. The kids saying 6 7 is one of these parents' problems. Those research on nothing. Yes, that's another thing. It's almost like you remember, like, you have to let in the vampire, like he can't come in unless you let him in, unless you voice him, right? And it's I feel like that, man. We letting in demonicness because of the voice. Yo, 6 7. Yo, they playing they and then America knows how to make something like a commercial, cultural, like a viral, like playing around with it when we shouldn't be playing with some of these things we're saying, man. You know what I mean? Like never on my earth did they play with Jesus as much as they played with now. I see him in cartoons getting beat up, and yo, they play with the God. And go figure, go play with any other religions gods and watch them. Remember the whole thing with South Park and Muhammad? Yo, man, it's bugged out, man. See? And that's creepy. You do not want that chanting, that yo, remember what chanting is, right? Remember what spells are. Back in the days, they used to have a fire. I'm talking about back in the days, and be around it chanting, humba, humba, humba. Like whatever, and whatever they were calling, it came, man. It really did, man. Be careful what you call in. Words are yo, noodle. Words are spells, man. The spell book. Spell book. Boom. What is it? Just words, man. And how you put them. Isn't it funny when you have a coin wallet, they give you a 12 phrase. That's almost like what I'm saying, man. It's like a phrase. It's like the way you put, like you could say the same sentence over and over and then add two words. Now, bang, it's bugged out, man. Words are very, very bugged out. They hold so much power. They hold so much power. And until we realize like how much powerful we are as humans and how connected we truly are, and realize that, there's a lot of stuff we shouldn't be playing with, man. Yes. Yes. Starts with an S. Nene, what's his name? Anybody? He resides in Kensington. He's a Philadelphia rapper. He created the 6 7. He has a lot of songs that are very demonic. Sizzler, he has a weird ass name, but Skrilla, yes, yes, Nene, and that man, yo, and they got videos of him. Like this is what I mean, man. When I was growing up, we looked up to Michael Jordan because he could dunk and you couldn't, right? We looked up to, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger because he could lift. Like, yo, it was just right, like Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. These were like the people we looked up to, on top of our moms and pops, though. We never denoted them. In fact, back in the days, if you ask, who do you look up to? It usually was your moms and pops. It wasn't a celebrity, it wasn't a ball player or something like that. But nowadays, the way they look at Skrilla, and there's videos of him leaned out, all drugged out like a druggie. No, in my day, that shit, you was a druggie, man. You looking crazy. We used to shit on druggies, man, for real. Look at this high nigga. Get out of here. Or high nasty. Can't even pay your bills, high man. But nope, not today. They promoting that shit for real. Look at this. You could get high and be a rapper. No, no, no. No, you could get high and then get lined up and be too high to move. And that's how, you know what I'm saying? I wonder how many people just died because they were low key, you know, they fell asleep at, you know what I mean? On the scene, man. Same with Memphis Rap, Sigils, they were getting people comfortable with chanting Trippy Six. Yes, a lot of folks don't know Trippy Six. You know who started it? What was the mafia? 3 6 Mafia, right? A lot of stuff was coming from this demonic wavelength, this frequency that really resonated with humans to the point where it makes you do wrong. Like once you hear certain musics, I don't know, man. I know, but I don't know why, they allow it, man. You know what I'm saying? But I like how smart my crew is, man. Sigils, symbolism, words. When you go to banks and you see gargoyles hanging outside, man, just the way certain things are structured. Like I say, symbolism. the hospital. Yo, once again, shout out to Greek, man. Everything came from that Greek philosophy, Greek, Greek culture, man. A lot of stuff came from that. Our democracy, political things, a lot of religion. These kids have gone wild since the internet allows so much access to these weird demonic celebrities. Yes, it does. And what she's trying to say, or what she said right there was, yo, we used to have um even our cassettes or CDs, you couldn't buy it without an older person if it had that label on it, parental guidance, you know what I'm saying? There was always don't go on AOL after these hours, or the mother would unplug the fucking phone line or something, or moms would take the mouse into the room, and now you know what I mean, like little goofy thing, but it was protecting you, man. It was protecting you from this internet that is just a wild beast, man. And remember the beginning days of internet, you know what I mean? Two cups, two chicks, one cup. You know, beheadings, suicide, faces of death was all over. Yo, the internet in the beginning was wild, man. Live leak, crazy ass sites, man. Yes, Noodle. And you can even bring that to Genghis Khan. How a lot of folk have like a certain percentage of Genghis Khan blood in them because he smashed so many folk, man. That's crazy, man. I always say history is a beautiful thing to learn, man. So to the youth, youngins, yo, go look into history, man. A, it repeats itself, and B, fundamentally, it's interesting. It's bugged out how much stuff we did. And remember, a lot of books, they allowed authors to tell truth. So a lot of these books got hidden messages that they are glad we're not reading no more, man. They are so glad that they could close libraries and get rid of books, man. you know, uh Fahrenheit 9/11 and all those 1894, whatever those books were just saying equilibrium movie. Yo, if we take books away, that's it. Remember, they take books, paintings, anything that could make you think for yourself. These phones don't make you think for yourself, man. It's thinking for you. It's telling you what you should buy. It's showing you ads of things you should be doing. You're like, yo, algorithm is nasty, man. Hold on. These kids have gone wild, demonic celebrities. Yup, you know why people okay, and now I got to do Franks. That's why they say, yo, go with your gut. That's a factory because if you feel like, yep, your body knows, man. Yo, when your hairs go up and you feel, yo, there's a real thing that like we don't have eyes behind us, but I bet money if you feel some type of danger behind you because of all the centuries of, creatures and darkness and stuff like that. Yeah, we know. Oh shit, what's going on here? Yeah, man, got the goosebumps going. Oh, yeah, my head. Ooh, go with your gut. Go with your gut. Not Justin Bieber. Yo, did y'all see Justin Bieber set at Coachella? They paid him 10 million and my son was Googling his songs. Shout out to Coachella, man. Hold that double L, like Cool J. But yeah, man, like they and another thing they do in front of us is like they charge all these wild prices for like the basic like things that we used to get for free is the basic of all that money, right? So you pay all this money and you get like the basic food, the basic tent, the basic it's like nigga, what the fuck? Back in the days, if you spend any type of money, you were living lovely. Most people don't even know pretty much. Wait. Most people don't even know pretty much everybody was a slave. My friends in this country, because his Irish relatives came to US. One, yes. A lot of cultures, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, blacks, natives, even Asians, we were slaves. A lot of American construction and foundation is built off of slaves, man. How you think Dubai got built? You cannot build unless, because yo, this wage thing you can't build with money, man, because it costs too much, man. It really does, man. Dubai is built on the backs of Asians and Indians, man. And the way they treat them is nasty. Imagine, yo, first of all, they got like a little campo way off of Dubai, right? Where they live and the da 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 da. They all take a bus and go to work and stuff like that. But I heard some of them can't. They take your passport. You can't even leave Dubai. You can't even film bombings in Dubai because that's like a offense. Some guys getting 25 years for having vape oil in his car. They just brutal, man. That's why I tell people do your homework before you think you want to travel, man. Traveling is dope, but at the end of the day, a lot of places aren't playing like the USA. You know what I mean? Even though economically and financially they're not beating you over the head like over here, but damn sure they're not playing like they play over here, man. Remember back in the days that guy that did the spray painting in Thailand or somewhere, Singapore, and he was fighting, yo, America, please, man. They're trying to and they gave him like they sassed him, man. This is way back, 90 something. Some kid thought he was cool, an American, once again, ego driven, went to another country, not knowing, spray painted somewhere, and they gave him a whipping. Bah, bah. I was like, yup, that's what happens, man. You know what I mean? British guy arrested for filming an Iranian drone strike. Yes, yes, Noodle. In Dubai, yes, Noodle. We on the same. Good looking, Noodle. Good looking, everybody. Justin Bieber screwed his ex company big time, sold his catalog, but made 10 million by singing his songs used on YouTube. Nothing they can do about it. That's a boss move for real. Yeah, I think Justin is fed up, man. Because that's a great segue or a great discussion that we need to have. That when people, what's going on, Warren? When people grow up in that system, the youth, you know what I mean? We're talking about the lady that's in Wizard of Oz movie. This like all these kids, these girls, um, you know, even Hannah Montana, like everybody that it's just they go through the system where everybody got their hand in your pie. Everybody got their hand in your pocket. They're not paying you the right money. They're using you. They're giving you gifts that you got to pay back. It's favor for favor. And imagine the other diabolical shit they did to Justin. Yo, they got a compilation of all these older women and this one guy just grabbing him, kissing him, slapping his ass. Yo, Black T, what up? Nah, you on time. What up, baby? What's going on, man? I'm gonna do another 10, man. I'm here. Corey Haim. That's a fact. Remember Corey Haim? And remember Corey Haim and the other Corey, man. Is Corey Haim the one that died, right? But there was two Corys. They had a show, but they were like childhood, stars growing up, and they went through the ringer, man. These producers or directors or whoever's Hollywood had kids coming to their parties, man. Little kids, man. Pinching them, grabbing them, who else knows whatever, giving them drinks, Spanish fly probably, you know what I'm saying? And then so you're not putting it together right away until you get older and you're like, hold on, all that shit they were doing to me was wrong. Corey Feldman, thank you, Nene. Judy Garland, Wizard of Oz, was put on several drugs at 14. What the hell, Nene? We talking at Nene. That's a great conversation right now. What we talking about Black T, we talking about like the childhood. First, I was talking about King, T.I.'s kid with the Pikachu outfit. Then we talked about Charlotte Hornets catching that W 1 point against the Heat. And now we're talking about the pedophilia in the industry through Landon. Thank you, Black. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? And we saw all these child actors. Remember, what you talking about, Willis? My son Dula? And he looked young and was like short. So they played with that boy for real, man. Gary Coleman, um, yo, there's so many kids. Even Willis. Remember, like all those kids from Growing Pains all dealt with some shit. Like Growing Pains. Shout out to Growing Pains, man. Was it Growing Pains or was it the other? No, no, not Growing Pains. Who was the what you talking about, Willis? I forgot that show, man. But yeah, man, all those kids, we were in lifetime growing up with them, and Dana Plato, yo, yep, all of that girl, yes, yes, all on drugs, all fucked up in the head, and from the outside looking in, we're like, oh, they just got money, they just went down the wrong path. Nope, they had a lot of stuff done to them, man. You know what I mean? Different strokes for different folks, man. Kyle loves orange soda. Yeah, man. Yo, I love how they could fry R. Kelly, right? But everybody else, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying what he did was righteous, but R. Kelly's a talented man, man. He wrote for Jackson, he wrote for you know what I mean, Celine Dion, he wrote for a lot of folk, man. But I just it is a demonic world we're in because that's part of not part of it, but it is like it's sad, man. I don't know how to say it, but if I feel like that's in the system of like when you young, you have to go through these nasty things, man. Shia LaBeouf is like coming out a little bit, like he, like and just imagine growing with all these memories and then don't know how to vocalize it, and then when you do, they say you crazy or they blacklist you, so now you can't get money. So is you damn if you. So a lot of folk just shut their mouth until they get older, and they're like, then they come out. Yo, yo. They don't talk about Elvis, right? With the little girl. They don't talk about, sometimes they don't talk about the Belly Blancos, man. A lot of these white folks are doing damage to the young folk, man. Marrying them at, all wild ages. It's like, damn, man, what the fuck going on here? Yeah, man. And it's wild how real and true everything is becoming, right? Everything that they said was conspiracy, everything that they said was fake or nah, stop it. Everything is the truth, man. And that bugs me out, man. It really does. It bugs me like the fact that we were right and they were telling us we were like shut up and it's like, like just imagine we were the generation, right? X and millennials that were like, yo, that's foul, man. Stop doing that, man. Yo, it's giving us mental, nah, forget it. And then go 20 years later, yo, mental illness, yo, it messes with kids. Yo, TVs, yo, if the phone is doing what it's doing, what do you think the TV did? What do you think the TV and all this drug candy and all this drug talk? That's always in our heads. Drugs. Don't do drugs. Don't do be careful. Save your money. This, that. Like, yo, they terrorized us, man. We should have a lawsuit against the government, man. They supplied all these things from alcohol, cigarettes to all this mierda, but then they want to ban, everything that's helpful. Kratom, marijuana, this and the third, ayahuasca. Yo, they diabolical. My question is why all the black famous pedos get hit with the bullshit? Damn, y'all speak before I could type it out. Yeah, yo, black, it's a fact, man. We think, how great minds think, man. The Bible's real. It says watch the waters during this time in life. Yes. Yes. Yes, man. They says it dismiss something if it goes against the status quo. We grew up before the internet, man. That's a fact. We are not stupid. Nah, we not, man. But black, that's wild, right? Yo, I always say there's no coincidence. I would love to do or have somebody that knows how to edit. I would love to do a documentary on black entertainers, how they get money and they want it back from them. From James Brown to Stevie Wonder to Ray Charles to Prince, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, Diddy, Jay-Z, any celebrity that gets long like change, even a FUBU nigga, they try to get it back by messing up your reputation or saying you did something. You know what I mean? Like, yo, they know how to like take your brand, man. What was that lady, something Summers, that died in the van accident? She was still doing shows, man, and she had some hits. It's just wild, man. Marvin Gaye, Papa Dookie got him out of here. Yeah, the government supplies it and then goes, yo, you wasn't supposed to drink and drive. So why the fuck alcohol being served at, like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. You know what I mean? Please, somebody, like, you know what I mean? Somebody that's Angie Stone. I love when people land Angie Stone, bro. I know a lot, man, and I'm always tapped into, current or history, because I find it, foul, man, that certain people got to live like this. You see the guy from Amistad, that black dude, he's like, yo, I can't stop working because they never paid me. And then when you do a movie, there's no publishing where you collect a check after. No, you get that one-time check and that's it, man. You know, and it's just foul, man. Some of these people are great actors, great humans, and they seem to get, shout out to my man Seal, man. Kiss from a Rose. That was my song, nigga. My man Seal looked like a seal, but he was gorgeous ass voice, man. Yeah, man. But people don't talk about Immortal Technique. What a wise man for his time, man. And the gems he was dropping in his music, going all over the world to various little tribes or villages, and building water wells, and supplying money for certain villages to. We back, we back. All right, so that's just the message. You two playing with me again. Everybody have a great day. Black, I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody, I hope you guys, have a great one. Great conversation again. 11:11. Sorry, baby, I love you, but you know how we do. You know what I'm saying? We just get into our conversation. But yeah, man, we're gonna touch more back on this tomorrow. Yeah, there's a lot to be talked about, man. But yo, Black, everybody, salute. Stay up. Stay blessed. Happy 2026. Stay positive. Stay y'all. Never change. You know what I mean? And yeah, have a blessed day. And thank you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate everybody. You know how that goes. Lady Nene, Darius, Black, Christy, Noodles. Everybody that stay rocking with me. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the love. Later, y'all. Bye. Bye, y'all. Later. I had a great one, man. Thank you for rocking with me. Today was fun. I don't know if you saw how much laughter was in me, how cool. Like, I don't know. You guys, like, I had a great one. Thank you. Thank you. Well, have a great day. Peace. Oh, is my grandson's born day today. You know what I mean? Turned 3. I'm so happy. Thank you, everybody. Keep rocking on, man. I appreciate y'all. Peace. $8, random. We inside, we outside, we everywhere. Later, y'all. Thank you. Thank you.